Donald Trump just this morning stated his position on abortion and stated that he wants to leave the decision to the states, rejecting pressure and calls from many anti-abortion groups and Republicans to push for a national ban on abortion. CNN's Elena Trin, she's getting new reaction to Trump's statement this morning and what this position and policy position can mean now in the election. What is Donald Trump saying, Elena, and what's the reaction you're getting?
Well, okay, Donald Trump, as you said, he's been sidestepping this issue for months because he's been telling people both publicly and privately that he believes that the issue is a political loser, despite also taking credit for the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And that's exactly what he did in this video this morning. He said he's proud that he played a part in the overturning of Roe versus Wade, but he also said that he's leaving this decision to the states. He believes it is up to the states to decide how they should rule on abortion. Take a listen to how he put it.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, in this case, the law of the state. Now it's up to the states to do the right thing. Like Ronald Reagan, I am strongly in favor of exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. You must follow your heart of this issue, but remember, you must also win elections to restore our culture.
Now, Kate, as you heard there, I think a key line is that he said, you must also win elections. This is something that Donald Trump has said before, both publicly and privately. And really, that's what this comes down to. He recognizes that Republicans are very vulnerable on this issue, and you have to win elections. And this is how, they think is really the politically safe route. But I have to also argue that, it does open him up to more criticism from both the left and the right. Democrats can continue to blame him for strict abortion laws, state by state. And Republicans and conservatives on the right, particularly those in the anti-abortion movement, who have been pressuring him to come out for a specific number of weeks when abortion should be banned. I don't think they're going to be very happy with this. And one group already is saying that they are disappointed. Here's a statement from Marjorie Dannenfelser. She's the president of Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America. This is what she told me this morning. She said, quote, "We are deeply disappointed in President Trump's position. Unborn children and their mothers deserve national protections and national advocacy." The statement went on to say, saying the issue is back to the states cedes the national debate to the Democrats. And so, as you can see, one pro-life group already is pretty disappointed with this. And look, I think one thing that I've been hearing from a lot of these groups and anti-abortion allies of Donald Trump is that they argue that they were crucial in helping get him elected in 2016 because of this issue. And they really wanted him to go further on this. And so him leaving this up to the states isn't necessarily a satisfying answer for them. Kate?
Yeah. Great reporting as always, Elena. Thank you so much. Sarah?
All right, joining me now is national politics reporter at Axios, Sophia Kai. Thank you so much for being here. You listened to this. We just played a clip of what Donald Trump said. Was there anything that stood out to you other than the fact that this was a very calm and very scripted response?
Yes, very, very scripted. Trump has also floated a couple other things previously. We had the 15 or 16-week ban, and he was surveying people at Mar-a-Lago. We know that he liked the 16-week ban because it was a whole 4 months, and now he's saying in a very scripted way, very formal background, that he wants to leave it up to the states. And I think it is just an answer for now. It'll be easy for him to move from this and say, oh, actually, I want an X week ban than for him to do the other way around. And so I think we should remember that Trump has been telling people different things, and this is just what he's saying for now, 7 months away from the general election.
Does it sound to you like he's trying to message sort of the moderates on abortion at this point in time? Because he himself has said this is like a no-win issue.
Yeah, I mean, let's just take a step back, right? A month ago, he got enough delegates to be the presumptive nominee. He spent the last month taking over the RNC. It was very chaotic. They've finally come to a point now where that is stabilized. And this past weekend, he had a pretty good fundraising haul. Now, on Monday, he finally has the brain space to now focus on putting out a couple more concrete stances on policy issues, and abortion is just one of them. Of course, everyone runs to the center. He's putting out more moderate stances, and I think, yes, he's signaling to suburban women something that he knows is going to be a problem for him, that, he can be potentially on the right side or a moderate side of this position.
Yeah, we've talked to some Republican strategists who think he shouldn't have touched the issue of abortion at all, because no matter what he says, he's going to be attacked by one side of the argument or another. A case in point, where we just heard from the Susan B. Anthony anti-abortion group, who were very unhappy. And if we could just pop that up with the announcement that he will leave abortion rights up to states, and that's what he's going to stick with for now. Let me ask you about that. Is this a situation where this could hurt him with conservatives, which most people don't think, but could potentially help him with moderate voters?
Yeah, I think with conservatives, there are a lot of lawmakers to his right who look to Trump as a North Star. And so we saw this with IVF. When the ruling came out, Trump pretty immediately said that he supports IVF. And you saw a lot of members to his right, like Senator Tuberville, also kind of moderate their own position on IVF. And that was something that Trump also addressed in the video today. He said Republicans have to support growing families. And so he understands, on these issues, he sets the North Star, and a lot of more conservative members will follow his lead. And that may help in kind of letting the base know it's okay. We have for President Trump. And then, on your second question, I think, look, suburban women, and others, parents, families, this is something that a lot of voters care about. And it's not just this cycle. We saw it in the last cycle. Former President Trump had several losses in key swing states where abortion has been on the ballot. And Democrats have been sending folks like Vice President Harris to states where abortion will again be on the ballot.
Yeah, the Biden campaign is hoping that they can turn Florida on this very issue. Sophia Kai, thank you so much. Appreciate it. John? Celestial event.